Yo, what's up, everyone? Back for this Sunday slate. We got a 4-game slate for NBA tonight starting at 6 o'clock. Looking back at last night, it was a good day. Made it 4-1 now to start off the NBA season. 4-1 on DraftKings, 4-1 on FanDuel. Using the updated core that I posted, the other two pieces were Brandon Ingram and Belicia. Put up a 310, and then on FanDuel, 337 as guys like Westbrook, Young, and Brandon Ingram really carried it. So looking to make it 5-1 to start off the year. So let's get it. You can drop a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already, and you can check out the website if you want to get on board. Links in description. So like I said, it's only 4 games, but there is some edge to be had on Sunday because a lot of people just focus on NFL. And there is some solid contest still for NBA. There's like a $50,000, $8 buy-in contest. So if you put in a little more work, it's usually not as strong competitive. People aren't following the news as closely as usual. But point guard today, we got LeBron at 9.9. I think he's a really solid play against the Hornets. Luka is fine at 95 against Portland. You got like 4 really top guards, Irving, Lillard. Then it drops off a little bit to Winslow, but he's still been solid just because without Jimmy Butler, he's really filled into that role. He's been like the point guard on the team. But I'm going a little cheap here. I like Goran Dragic 5,400. I feel like he has a good chance to get me 6x at least, with upside to get you like 7-8x. He should see like 25 to 30 minutes off the bench. He's been playing well off the bench, so I think they will keep him there. Just a solid all-around player, good passer. He's looking to score when he's out there. The matchup is great against this Timberwolves team. Should be a high-scoring game for the Heat. It is a back-to-back for them, but they did play early yesterday. They played like 5 o'clock Eastern time tip, so they have a few more hours to get back, to get ready for this game. I think Dragic at 5,400 makes for a solid play just because the price tag's appealing. At shooting guard, I like Nunn here to pair with Dragic. Kendrick Nunn, he's been starting. Another guy that should see like 27 to 30 minutes as a starter. He's been playing really well. He played really well in the preseason, and without Jimmy Butler, the first couple of games, he's been really capitalizing on his opportunity. Another guy that has a great chance to get you 6x plus upside here in a good matchup against the Timberwolves. He's a good shooter and a pretty good defensive player too. As you see, he racked up 2 steals each of the first 2 games. I just think the Heat are going to put up a lot of points, and the prices are very appealing on like Dragic, Nunn, basically their entire team, because they have been running pretty tight rotations, like 8-man rotations. You see like some players get a few minutes, but usually it's kind of condensed into a core group of players, and it's a really good matchup against the Timberwolves. So I like those two a lot. Just their prices are really appealing. Small forward, I'm going to go with a value play here, and that is $4,400 for Jay Crowder. Crowder's been starting for the Grizzlies, and he should start all year. He's just going to be a solid point per dollar play at this price tag. $4,400 price tag went down $400. The matchup is fine here against the Nets team. They don't play very big at the 4. You have Taurean Prince is the starting power forward. So Crowder should have another game of 30 plus minutes here. Last game he just missed a double by 1 rebound. And I think he's definitely going to have a better year shooting the basketball. He had his worst year last year. So far, not off to a great start in the first 2 games, but that's a good sign that he's still averaging 27 fantasy points while shooting 33% from the floor. He's getting it done with the rebounds, and he can rack up steals too. He's a solid player, just solid defensive player. He's not great, but he's definitely average, and the price tag is very cheap at $4,400 for a guy that can really put up 30-plus points today, 30-plus DraftKings points. Power forward, you got Davis. I'm absolutely in love with Davis here today at that price tag in the matchup against the Hornets. You got Kristaps Porzingis, who's been fine. He hasn't broken 30 minutes yet, which could definitely be a little concerning. We haven't really seen an official minutes limit on him. But it's definitely, if he's not going to see 35 minutes like Luka, it's definitely going to limit his overall ceiling, but he can still get it done. Only has 4 rebounds in the first 2 games, but he's still been putting up solid scores. I think I'll probably go down to Bam Adebayo a little bit just instead of Porzingis, just because he gives you that minutes upside. He's going to get 34 minutes, 35 minutes as a starting center. He's a just a good all-around player. They do trust him a lot. They also let him bring the ball up the floor sometimes, so I don't mind him at 7K. The guy I really like is Jaren Jackson here at 6,500 against his Brooklyn front court. Now you have Jared Allen, who should be matched up against Valanciunas, and then you can have Jaren Jackson, who's going to be matched up against Taurean Prince. He has such a big size advantage over Prince. He should just be able to dominate if he wants to in the paint. The Nets might be forced to go big today just because the Grizzlies do have two big guys. But I think Jaren Jackson, coming off a solid game here, as long as he doesn't foul out in like 5 minutes, he should be able to have a really solid game at home here at only 6,500. At center, going to Anthony Davis. Talked about just why I like him a lot. Just the matchup couldn't really get any better against a Charlotte front court. He's going to be matched up against PJ Washington, a rookie starting his third career game. Davis should be able to take him to school. He hasn't had a huge game yet, but I think that's definitely going to come soon. He hasn't got a double-double yet either, but the big games are coming for Davis. It's definitely going to take a little bit of a hit playing next to LeBron James, but they do like to stagger their minutes, and Davis should have like 10, 15 minutes on the court by himself without LeBron. So at 10-4, again, a matchup at home against Charlotte, just feel really good about Davis. Can rack up a lot of blocks too. This Charlotte team, they do drive to the rack. Davis can rack up a lot of blocks in this one. And last but not least, at the guard position, the one Hornet player that you can definitely go with a few Hornets just because they're pretty cheap, and they just have a bunch of guys that are going to get minutes and stuff. But I think $4,600 for Devontae Graham is one of the better point per dollar plays at only $4,600. He's been playing really well off the bench. He's basically their sixth man. If any of the guards get into foul trouble, he's going to see an added bump in minutes. At only $4,600, it doesn't take much to make value. He's been playing solid amount of minutes the first two games and been very productive. If he has another 15, 20-point game with some assists, rebounds, he hasn't had a steal or block yet, so that's pretty encouraging that he's still been putting up solid scores without getting those defensive stats. Just feel like the price tag's appealing. If he's matched up off the bench with like KCP or like Rondo, he should have a winnable matchup there. So that's what I'm liking for Sunday. Don't have a lot of games. Obviously, it's only 4 games, but kind of like what I did. We do have a lot of stars to choose from, though, with Towns, LeBron, AD, Luka, Irving, Lillard. Just a bunch of studs on the slate. But that's what I'm liking. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, you can drop a like before you head out. And good luck today.